Ko rangi ko papa, ka puta ko rongo, ko tāne mahuta, ko tāpiri mātia, ko tangaroa, ko haumie e tike tike, ko tū mātauinga, ko te rangi ki runga, ko te papa ki raro, ka puta te ira tangata ki te whai ao, ki te ao nārama, ki he mauri ora. Papa Tuanuku is singing to me. I hear her timeless lullaby as the waves crash upon the shore. A lullaby so beautiful that her children flock to be healed by her tantalizing chorus. I gaze at Tamanui Te Rā, about to rise from his slumber, and listen to my tuakana as they sing and dance at the dawning of a new day. Ranginui shines his life-giving light upon my body as his breath caresses my face in a father-like hymn. I stare in awe as Ranginui send a cascade of reds and oranges that intermingle and flow over Papa Tuanuku in a lover's dawn embrace. In awe of my absolute amazement, I acknowledge Papa Tuanuku. I acknowledge Ranginui. I acknowledge Tamanui Te Rā. I acknowledge Tāpiri Mātia. I acknowledge Tangaroa. I acknowledge all of my tuakana, and most of all, I acknowledge my connection to them all. Wakatake te hau ki te uru, wakatake te hau ki te tonga, kia mākina ki niuta, kia mā taratara ki tai, e iaki ana te ata kura hi te o hi uka hi au ti e mauri ora. In the 17th century, René Descartes coined the phrase, I think, therefore I am. This way of thinking would take the westernized world by storm. It would create many separations. I would separate the mind from the body. I would separate man from nature. I would create a patriarchal society where Western men put themselves at the top of the apex. I would separate man from woman. This would display itself in the burning and hanging of witches in the 17th century and the continued fight for equal rights for women to this day. I would separate black from white. Slavery and racism were created from this way of thinking, and the continued fight for equal rights in forums such as Black Lives Matter movement continue to fight against this corrupt mindset. I caused the rape, torture, murder, and enslavement of hundreds of millions of brown-skinned people, and the continued stealing of their lands to this day. I think, therefore I enslave. I think, therefore I conquer. I think, therefore I am more dominant than woman. I think, therefore I am more dominant than those that don't think like I do. I think, therefore I am able to send the world into environmental crisis. But as long as I think, therefore I am. This westernized theory of how the world is viewed has done enough damage to humankind and to Papa and Rangi. At the end of the day, Papa Tuanuku and Ranginui don't need us, but we most certainly need them. The cosmology of Ranginui and Papa Tuanuku can overcome the separations of colonialism. If we all truly understood that we were all created from Papa and Rangi, we would all understand that we are all created by this beautiful world and environment that we live on and in. If we are a living being, then surely that of which we were created from is also a living being, which should be nurtured, loved and respected as we wish to be nurtured, loved and respected. With this cosmology, we replaces the I. We becomes more inclusive. We becomes black and white and every color of the rainbow. We becomes man and woman complementing each other. We becomes all things on earth are treated with respect and sacredness. We brings back complementarity, where a relationship or situation in which two or more different things improve or emphasize each other's qualities rather than dominate. We becomes everything living in complementarity. We sees us, humans, as the babies of this world, and therefore the kaitiaki of Papa and Rangi. A cosmology of Rangi Nui and Papa Tuanuku can also overcome the destructive cosmology of modernity. With ideologies based on I think, therefore I am, modernity has created much greed amongst humankind. The overfishing of our oceans, the abuse of the land with no consideration of complementarity, the destroying of the life essence or the mauri of the whenua when establishing businesses on it and not considering the necessity of balance, but instead trying to make as much money as possible. Modernity sees the polluting of our atmosphere, waterways through modern technology, factories, cars, plastics, gases, and our consumer attitudes. Complementarity could see examples of give and take. One example could be that the fisheries fish the oceans but are responsible for returning fish to the ocean through the sponsorship of hatcheries. Honey farms grow more native trees on the whenua, enhancing the mauri of the whenua and showing her the respect and sacredness she doesn't ask for but deserves. Papa Tuanuku and Rangi Nui become the divine beings we praise in our sacred temples and acknowledge when we wake and when we go to sleep. Papa and Rangi are taught throughout all of the schools of the world. Most indigenous people, including Māori, already have this cosmology within their tikanga, and the answers to human survival lay within these cosmologies. Rangi Nui and Papa Tuanuku can overcome the dehumanisation of colonisation through the understanding that we are all children of Papa and Rangi. This cosmology will overcome the dehumanisation of colonisation through an education system that teaches that our connection to Rangi and Papa is through whakapapa. I am the river, and the river is me. We are the land, and the land is us. We are the kaitiaki of our mother and father. This cosmology can also remove the colonial line that was created by Western philosophers. For Aotearoa, it is a line that divides black and white, man and woman, Western theories and non-Western theories, Māori from their land and tikanga, Māori from their culture and language, and Māori from equal rights on their own whenua. The benefits of Te Tiriti o Waitangi settlements can assist in applied developments that rehumanise people rather than dehumanise people, that produce life rather than destroy life. Sustainable living models with land return through our settlements, creating examples of how we can create complementarity on the whenua and how our existence should enhance Papa and Rangi's, creating opportunity for the people to return to the land, to return the mauri and enhance a more harmonious lifestyle. Creation of our own wānanga on the whenua, where we relearn to understand the language of the animals, the wind, the waters, and where we learn to reconnect ourselves spiritually and physically. Papa and Rangi. I've learned a lot on my journey in life, from leaving our whenua to escape gangs and violence, the loss of my connection to Papa and Rangi through the education system that still speaks of Rangi and Papa as if we're quite separate to them. Joining the army where, oddly enough, although it was a bit of a brainwashing journey, I had the opportunity to start understanding and listening to Papa and Rangi through our many bush exercises. I could smell when it was going to rain. To this degree, which has put my a whole confusing situation. I have reconnected with Rangi and Papa, and this has changed my whole outlook on this crazy, scary life. I will be disembarking from this crazy lifestyle, and myself and my daughter will be embarking on a truly remarkable adventure of reconnection. This journey will be filled with many learnings along the way, and I thank Rangi and Papa for my mauri. O reira, utia te rito o te harakeke kei hea te kōmako e ko. Uia mai koe ki a hau, he aha te mea nui. Māku e ki atu, he papa tuanuku, he rangi nui, ti he mauri ora.